la. Let's talk about Gmail. If you're wondering why I'm on the floor, I don't know, it's just how I feel. So if you follow me on Instagram, I ranted a bit about an annoying thing that happened this week, and it's just, so yeah, this is how I feel. We're going to record on the floor today. Yeah. Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Uchechi, and in today's video I am showing you 5 interesting features or tips and tricks that you probably didn't know about Gmail. So these are cool things that I recently learned, I think last year, and since I learned them, it's been mind-blowing. Now, this video was inspired by Charles. Charles is a subscriber. He subscribed to my mailing list and had sent an email saying that he usually doesn't get my emails early because they land in his promotions tab or folder, and he would like to know how to move that to his primary tab or folder, and I showed him how to do it. So I was like, you know what, let me do this because I'm sure, or I think other people will struggle with it as well, not just for subscribers but for those of us who send emails to our mailing list. You know, we always want to target landing in the primary or inbox folder. Yes, there are some best practices and tips that we can do when typing out our emails or composing an email to make sure that we land in the primary or inbox tab or folder, but that's usually not 100% guaranteed, and so there's usually some work for the subscriber himself or herself to do. So I'm going to show you that along with other interesting features in this video. Now, the first thing I'm going to show you how to do is, like I mentioned, how to permanently move your emails from your promotions or spam folder to your primary folder. And this, again, please, is if you use Gmail or if you have a Gmail account. Now you're going to do this on your desktop. I'm saying desktop because I have tried this on my phone and it didn't quite work. So maybe the first 2 or 3 emails after that to land in my inbox or primary tab or folder, and then afterwards to go back to landing in promotions. But when I tried this change on my desktop, it worked, right? And I'll show you why I think it works. Now, to move your emails, you open your Gmail on your laptop, right, on your desktop, and all you need to do is you go to your promotions tab, if this is where it usually lands, and drag this email. So you drag and drop, you basically drag and drop. So you hold down, drag and drop in primary, and you'll get a notification asking you if you want this to be done to all messages from this email address. And to make that permanent, just click on yes, and all emails from that email address will land in your primary folder. Now, the second tip or trick or interesting feature is one of my favorites, and that is scheduling an email from Gmail. Now, not a lot of people know about this feature, or not a lot of people use this feature, but yes, you can actually schedule emails from Gmail. And I do this very well. So if you've ever gotten an email from me between the hours of 8 to 10 a.m., I'm not awake by that time sending emails. I most likely have scheduled it the day before. Now, I'm not sure how long this feature has been available with Gmail, but I started using it in 2020, and this is how to use it. Now, to schedule your email, right, so you come to compose and you type in your recipient and the subject and the body, and once you go beneath or to where you have the send button, there's a drop down just beside it. Click on it. When you click on it, you would see schedule send, and when you click on schedule send, you see default date and time. You can also set your own date and time, and all you need to do is click on pick date and time. You pick the date and you pick the time and you click on schedule send. Now, when you scheduled, you would see a notification at the bottom. This is still scheduling because of my network, but when it's done, you will see that it has been scheduled. And at the left hand side where you have your inbox, start, and all of that, you can see the scheduled option has already come out. So once you click on scheduled, you would see the email that has been scheduled. Sorry guys, my network is slow. And you will see the time. Now, if you decide that you want to cancel this email, or you want to make an edit, it's very easy. All you need to do is click on cancel send, and to convert back to a draft so that you can edit. And if you want to schedule again, you schedule. If you want to delete, you would delete. Now, the third interesting feature is confidential mode. In confidential mode, you can password your emails for a period of time. I think you can do 1 day, 1 month, 1 week and maybe 3 years or 5 years. I'm not sure but you'll see it here. So you can set a password, and this prevents people from forwarding, downloading, so I think forwarding, downloading, and something your emails to other people, right? So if you're sending emails with private or sensitive details and you don't want it forwarded to someone else or downloaded, you can turn on the confidential mode before sending out your emails. Now please note that this is not 100% full or fail proof. Is it fail proof or foolproof? This does not guarantee privacy 100%, because someone can decide to take a screenshot and send it to people. So please still be careful when sharing sensitive details or information via email. Now to set your confidential mode, you would compose your email again as usual. So let's do this. Yes, so put in my subject, type in the body of the email again, and at the bottom you can see options, right? So at the extreme right, the second to last option, you see turn confidential mode on or off. So you click on this, and okay, yes, so it prevents people from forwarding, copying, printing, or downloading your emails. And you have expiration date. Okay, yes, I was correct. So you have 1 day, 1 week, 1 month. Okay, 3 months, not 3 years. 3 months and 5 years, right? And then you can decide how the passcode will be sent. So person can either get an SMS passcode, or the passcode will be sent to the person via email. Now the fourth option is something I know some people wish was possible on Gmail, but they didn't know it was possible, and that is recalling an email. Yes guys, you can recall an email in Gmail. So if you mistakenly sent an email, maybe you were typing and you hadn't finished and you mistakenly hit send, or you noticed an error and you need to unsend or recall that email, you can do that. But to do that, you need to turn on that feature before you send out that email, and make sure that you are within the time frame. So I think the highest you can go is 30 seconds. Mine is currently 30 seconds. You can do 5 seconds, 10 seconds, and 30 seconds. I think there's 20 seconds. I'm going to show you. But make sure you are within that time frame. If you go above, if your email stays longer than that time frame, so for instance, the highest is 30 seconds, you can't recall an email sent via Gmail after a minute or after 35 seconds, because that window has elapsed. Okay, so again, let me show you. Now to turn on that feature, you go to your Gmail again, obviously. You go to settings, see all settings, and you go to the where is this? Is this in the advanced tab? No, it's in the general tab. Yes, so you see undo send here. No, here, yes, this is where you have the undo send, and you can set the duration. So you have 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 20 seconds, and 30 seconds. So once you select that, you click on save changes. Mine is already set, so it's not allowing me to save changes. Right, now let's try it out. So I'm going to compose an email. So let's say I'm sending this email out, right? Once I click on send, you can see there's a notification that allows you to undo or view the message. So it's counting down, and if I want to undo or unsend, all I need to do is click on undo, and it will convert this email back to a draft so that I can edit it if I want to. Now, if you leave this longer than 30 seconds, which is the highest, you wouldn't be able to recall. Now let's try this. So I'm going to click on send, and let's wait for 30 seconds to elapse. So you can see 30 seconds has elapsed and the undo option has gone out, meaning I cannot recall or unsend that email again. Now the fifth feature is something I believe, or something I found out or discovered last year, and that is email template. So you can have an email template saved in Gmail. So this is useful if you send certain emails periodically. So for instance, what's a typical example? So a typical example is if you send out invoice emails, right? I have a series of invoice reminder emails that you send. So let's say you send out an invoice and the expiration date or the invoice will become overdue in 2 days, right? So maybe send an email 2 days before the invoice becomes overdue, or 5 days before, a series of emails. But what I mean is, there are standard emails that you send out typically, regularly, or frequently, or often, to save time, because we're trying to work smart, right? To save time, all you can do is you create a template on Gmail. Now, to do this, again, you go to your settings and you go to see all settings. You go to the advanced tab. Yes, you have to turn on the feature first before you can do this, right? My network is slow. So you go to the advanced tab and you can see templates. So by default, it is disabled. And if you want to enable this, you just click on enable. And again, you click on save changes and this will be enabled. So now let's try to save a template. Now to save a template or create a template, you come back to your inbox or your compose and you compose your email. So this is an email that I'm sending out to someone to say that payment will be overdue in the next 2 days, and then afterwards the penalties will start to apply according to the contract that was signed before work started. Now, because this is a routine email that I send out to clients when payment is about to be overdue, I don't need to be typing this afresh every time I need to send it. So I can save this as a template. So to do that, you come to the bottom, you see the 3 dots beside the bin option, you click on it and you can see templates. Now, because I have enabled it there, you would see templates here. If I hadn't enabled it in the settings, you wouldn't have this option. So if you do not have this option, it is because you haven't enabled it in settings. Now I'm going to save this draft as a template and I'll click on save as new template, and I can name this however I want. So let's say, because this is saying in the next 2 days, I would say payment overdue in 2 days, and I would save this template. Now, if I had another email that I would send out maybe 1 day before, I would type it out or tweak this and then save this as maybe payment overdue in 1 day and save it, so that whenever I want to send it, I know which one I'm clicking on to send. Now let's see how that plays out. So I'm going to bin this and try to compose again, right? So I'll add my recipient and let me see, payment overdue in 2 days. So I'll come here, go to templates, and you can see the template is already showing. So all I need to do is click on this and the email copy. So I don't need to type everything at first. So I can just come in here and tweak things. Maybe if I want to change the name or change the salutation or something, but this has already copied and pasted. This is a very effective way of sending emails, and this helps you to save time. And those are my 5 Gmail tips and tricks that you probably didn't know about. Did you know about this before? Let me know in the comment section. Have you been using this? Is this the first time you have seen or hearing about this? Also, let me know in the comment section. If you're enjoying this video, guys, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you are notified every time a video goes live on my channel, which is every Friday, God willing. I'll see you here again next week Friday with another interesting video. Till then, stay safe, stay fabulous, and have a fantastic weekend, guys.